James Alfred Wight, OBE, FRCVS, known by the pen name James Herriot, was a British veterinary surgeon and writer, who used his many years of experiences as a veterinary surgeon to write a series of books of stories about animals and their owners. He is best known for these semi-autobiographical works, which are often referred to collectively as All Creatures Great and Small, a title used in some editions and in film and television adaptations. Biography. James Alfred Wight was born on October 3, 1916, in Sunderland, County Durham, England, to James and Hannah Bell Wight. Shortly after their wedding, the Wights moved from Brandling Street, Sunderland to Glasgow in Scotland, where James took work as both a shipplater and pianist for a local cinema, while Hannah was a singer, as well as a dressmaker. For Alf's birth, his mother returned to Sunderland, bringing him back to Glasgow when he was 3 weeks old. He attended Yoker Primary School and Hillhead High School. From his father he gained a passion for Sunderland Football Club and remained a lifelong fan. In 1992 he was named a life president of the club. In 1939, at the age of 23, he qualified as a veterinary surgeon with Glasgow Veterinary College. In January 1940, he took a brief job at a veterinary practice in Sunderland, but moved in July to work in a rural practice based at 23 Kirkgate in the town of Thirsk, Yorkshire, close to the Yorkshire Dales and North York Moors, where he was to remain for the rest of his life. On November 5, 1941, he married Joan Catherine Anderson Danbury, known as Helen Alderson in his books. The couple had 2 children, James Alexander, born February 13, 1943, who also became a vet and was a partner in the practice, and Rosemary, born 1947, who became a physician in general practice. Wight served in the Royal Air Force in 1942. His wife moved to her parents' house during this time and, upon being discharged from the RAF as a leading aircraftman, Wight joined her. They lived there until 1946, at which point they moved back to Kirkgate, staying until 1953. Later, he moved with his wife to a house on Topcliffe Road, Thirsk, opposite the secondary school. The original practice is now a museum, the World of James Herriot, while the Topcliffe Road house is in private ownership and not open to the public. He later moved with his family to the village of Thirlby, about 4 miles from Thirsk, where he resided until his death. Wight intended for years to write a book, but with most of his time consumed by veterinary practice and family, his writing ambition went nowhere. Challenged by his wife, in 1966, he began writing. After several rejected stories on other subjects like football, he turned to what he knew best. In 1969 Wight wrote If Only They Could Talk, the first of the now famous series based on his life working as a vet and his training in the Royal Air Force during the Second World War. Owing in part to professional etiquette, which at the time frowned on veterinary surgeons and other professionals from advertising their services, he took a pen name, choosing James Herriot after seeing the Scottish goalkeeper Jim Herriot play for Birmingham City FC. In a televised game against Manchester United. If Only They Could Talk was published in the United Kingdom in 1970 by Michael Joseph Limited, but sales were slow until Thomas McCormack, of St. Martin's Press in New York City, received a copy and arranged to have the first 2 books published as a single volume in the United States. The resulting book, titled All Creatures Great and Small, was a huge success, spawning numerous sequels, movies and a successful television adaptation. Wight was found to have prostate cancer in 1991, and underwent treatment in the Lambert Memorial Hospital in Thirsk. He died on February 23, 1995, aged 78, at home in Thirlby. His wife, Joan Wight (now copyrightee Danbury), died 4 years later on July 14, 1999. On July 29, 2009, UK-based open-access rail operator Grand Central Railway, which operates train services from Wight's birthplace of Sunderland to London King's Cross, named Class 180 DMU number 180,112 James Herriot in his honour. The ceremony was carried out jointly by Alf Wight's daughter Rosie and son Jim. In October 2014, a statue of Wight was unveiled by actor Christopher Timothy at Thirsk Racecourse. Timothy played Herriot in the television series. Author. In his books, Wight calls the town where Herriot lives and works Darrowby, which he based largely on the towns of Thirsk and Sowerby. He also renamed Donald Sinclair and his brother Brian Sinclair as Siegfried and Tristan Farnan, respectively, and used the name Helen Alderson for Joan Danbury. Contrary to popular belief, Wight's books are only partially autobiographical, with many of the stories being only loosely based on real events or people. Wight's son, Jim, states that a lot of the stories, although set in the 1930s, 1940s or 1950s in the books, were actually inspired by cases that Wight attended in the 1960s and 1970s. From a historical standpoint, the stories help document a transitional period in the veterinary industry. Agriculture was moving from the traditional use of beasts of burden to reliance upon the mechanical tractor, and medical science was just on the cusp of discovering the antibiotics and other drugs that eliminated many of the ancient remedies still in use. These and other sociological factors, like increased affluence, prompted a large-scale shift in veterinary practice over the course of the 20th century. At its start, virtually all of a vet's time was spent working with large animals, horses, cattle, sheep, goats and pigs. By the year 2000, the majority of vets practiced mostly on dogs, cats, and other pets belonging to a population having a larger disposable income, people who could afford, and had the leisure time, to keep animals merely for pleasure. Wight occasionally steps out of his narrative to comment, with the benefit of hindsight, on the primitive state of veterinary medicine at the time of the story he is relating. For example, he describes his first hysterectomy on a cat and his first caesarean section on a cow. The Herriot books are described often as animal stories, and given that they are about the life of a country veterinarian, animals certainly play a significant role in most of the stories. Yet animals play a lesser, sometimes even a negligible, role in many of Wight's tales. The overall theme of his stories is Yorkshire country life, with its people and their animals as primary elements, which provide their distinct character. Furthermore, it is Wight's shrewd observations of persons, animals, and their close interrelationship, which give his writing much of its flavor. Wight was just as interested in their owners as he was in his patients, and his writing is, at root, an amiable but keen comment on the human condition. The Yorkshire animals provide the elements of pain and drama. The role of their owners is to feel and express joy, sadness, and, sometimes, triumph. The books have been adapted for film and television, including a 1975 film titled All Creatures Great and Small, sequeled by 1976 It Shouldn't Happen to a Vet, and a long-running BBC television programme of the same title. At the time of his death, the Reader's Digest condensed book volume containing All Creatures Great and Small was the most popular book in that series' history. His last book, Every Living Thing, immediately went into the top 10 bestseller list in Britain, and had an 865,000-copy first edition printing in the United States. Herriot's fame has generated a thriving tourist economy in Thirsk. Local businesses include the World of James Herriot Museum and a pub at one time called the Darrowby Inn, which was later renamed. Many of the original contents of his surgery can be found at the Yorkshire Museum of Farming in Merton, York. Parts of the BBC TV series set, including the living room and the dispensary, are on display at the James Herriot Museum in Thirsk, which is also open to the public. In 2010 the BBC commissioned a three-part drama called Young James Herriot for the BBC, inspired by the true story of James Herriot James Wight and how he learnt his trade in Scotland. This series drew on archives and exclusive access to the diaries and case notes he kept during his student days in Glasgow, as well as the biography written by his son. The book to accompany the BBC series, Young Herriot, was written by the historian and author John Louis Stemple. The first episode was shown on BBC One on December 18, 2011. In September 2010, the Gala Theatre in Durham presented the world premiere professional stage adaptation of All Creatures Great and Small. Bibliography. Translated into Russian THTH squared NTH micron NNTH 3/4 THTH degree TH 1/2 TH NNTH plus or minus TH 3/4 TH no NTH NTH TH 1/4 TH degree TH none, all creatures, big and small, THTH squared NTH micron NNTH 3/4 THTH degree TH 1/2 TH NNA euro THN euro TH micron THN euro TH degree NTH 1/2 NN THN florin THTH squared THN TH micron TH knoweth 1/2 NN, all creatures, wonderful and amazing, THTH squared NTH micron TH 3/4 TH 1/2 TH, NTH 3/4 TH degree TH 1/2 TH NTHN euro TH 3/4 THN, they all are created by the nature. Equals the original UK series equals, if only they could talk ISBN 0-330-23783-7. It shouldn't happen to a vet ISBN 0-330-23782-9, let sleeping vets lie ISBN 978-0-7181-1115-1, vet in harness ISBN 0-330-24663-1, vets might fly ISBN 0-330- 25221-6, vet in a spin ISBN 0-330-25532-0, the Lord God made them all ISBN 0-7181-2026-4, every living thing ISBN 0-7181-3637-3. Other books James Herriot's Yorkshire ISBN 0-7181-1753-0, James Herriot's Cat Stories ISBN 0-7181-3852-X, James Herriot's Favourite Dog Stories ISBN 0-7181-4062-1. Omnibus editions in the United States, Herriot's novels were considered too short to publish independently, and so several pairs of novels were collected into omnibus volumes. The title All Creatures Great and Small was taken from the second line of the hymn All Things Bright and Beautiful, and inspired by a punning suggestion from Herriot's daughter, who thought the book should be called All Creatures Great and Small. All Creatures Great and Small ISBN 0-300-25049-3, All Things Bright and Beautiful ISBN 0-330-25580-0, All Things Wise and Wonderful ISBN 0-7181-1685-2, Dog Stories, Flyleaf lists publishing dates of 1970, 1972, 1973, 1974, 1976, 1977, 1981 and 1986. Books for children Blossom Comes Home ISBN 0-7181-3060-X, Moses the Kitten ISBN 0-312-54905-9, Only One with ISBN 0-312-09129-X, The Christmas Day Kitten ISBN 0-312-13407-X, Bonnie's Big Day ISBN 0-312-01000-1, The Market Square Dog ISBN 0-312-03397-4, Oscar, Cat About Town ISBN 0-312-05137-9, Smudge, The Little Lost Lamb ISBN 0-312-06404-7, James Herriot's Treasury for Children ISBN 0-312-08512-5. Biographies Lord, Graham. James Herriot, The Life of a Country Vet ISBN 0-7472-1975-3, Wight, Jim. The Real James Herriot, The Authorized Biography ISBN 0-7181-4290-X, Lewis Stemple, John. Young Herriot, The Early Life and Times of James Herriot, ISBN 1-84990-271-2. See also, All Creatures Great and Small, All Creatures Great and Small, All Creatures Great and Small, Young James Herriot, The World of James Herriot, Donald Sinclair also known as Siegfried Farnan, Brian Sinclair also known as Tristan Farnan. References. External links. Official James Herriot website, James Alfred Wight OBE, information on days out in Herriot country and where to stay, James Herriot at the Internet Movie Database.